How many times have I said in a vlog I want to be more organised? Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome to 2020. New year, new me. I'm going to be more organised this year. Yeah? No. I really wish that was how it was. I need to organise myself a lot better. I'm sorry, I try. I've done this vlog 3 times. This is my 3rd time doing it. The first time I did it, I was rushing because I was trying to get ready for work, and December was such a big month. To rush this vlog doesn't feel right. So this vlog's going to be really long. I'm sorry, but also it needs to be good. This is why the past 2 times haven't been good, is because I've been like, I need to rush through this, there's a lot to go through, and then I'm kind of like, I've missed bits out that were important, or I feel like I've not done the entire month justice because lots of good things happened in it, so I don't want to rush it. So just get yourself a cup of tea or coffee and just join me. It'll be fine. We'll take our time. It'll be grand. So I left last month's vlog off, off at GDFS. I just done the first part of the festival and I was wanting to save the second part for my next vlog, and I left it on a bit of a cliffhanger saying please come back next week to watch it because it'll be amazing. And it was really amazing. So I want to show you why it was so amazing. If you've never heard of GDFS, one of the main things that the festival is known for is the live project. This is something that was very important to the organisers when they created the event, was to make it an event that students could get industry experience without necessarily having to, go fully into the workforce. They wanted to build those connections with the agencies, with the students, and just let students have a little bit more of an experience of working with professionals, because it's very hard to come across that within uni. This is one of the biggest parts of the festival, is doing the live project, because you get to work with so many different agencies in Scotland. They all come to this festival and you can pick one of them to be your mentor for this 2-day project. There was maybe 11 agencies in total. I can't remember. It was 10, 11 or 12. I think 11 though. I chose Made Brave as my mentor. I followed them for years. I've discovered them when I was in stage 2 of my course, and I've followed them ever since. They've worked with some of my favourite artists, like Richard from Abandoned Ship. One of the main reasons I also picked them was their social media aspect. The way they promote themselves and their social media marketing is something I would like to employ into my work style. The 2-day project consists of this intense schedule. You go in on the Monday, you get given the brief that nobody has seen before, and you have to answer it before 4 p.m. on the Tuesday. Mad, I know. Monday, I spent the entire day just in my sketchbook writing down notes. I do so many mind maps and write down every single thought that comes into my head and just really analyse everything that I could possibly do with this. The brief was called What is Home, or What is Home to You, or Where is Home? I can't really remember, I've not got it in front of me, but it was kind of just really analysing what you define as home and how you could maybe transcribe that to somebody else and explain it in a way that other people could maybe resonate with. In our group of probably about 10 students and 2 mentors, we discussed across the table what we thought is home, kind of bounced ideas off each other. Most people were saying things that were very homely and comforting to them, like food, bed, their family, language, sort of things like that. And then I was kind of sat there yes, I have a home and it's in Shetland and it's where I grew up, but it's not necessarily comfort and where I belong, because I don't see myself ever living there permanently again. It's not a thing that I'm that is my place, that is where I want to be. Where I like to be and what I find comforting is people accepting me, and that's kind of the route I was going down. So long as people can accept me for who I am and allow me to be myself, then I'm at home. Doesn't matter where I am. And that's kind of the route I was going down, with being alternative and having my tattoos and my hair and feeling like I'm accepted was the direction I was going in, and feeling at home in my own skin. That is kind of where my mentors jumped on and were like, you're onto something, keep going with it. And I kept bouncing my idea back and forth of this is what I'm thinking, very confused. And they were like, yeah, keep going, because they could see I was onto something, but I didn't know what I was onto yet, and I was sitting there this is really hard, I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, Monday was hard, and then they had a Q&A in the evening called Nitty Gritty, which was kind of a Q&A for agencies in Scotland. One of the really cool things was there was this woman from White Spacers, I believe, who was a copywriter, and she was one of the people on the panel. And I thought that was really interesting, hearing from a copywriter, because you don't necessarily hear from them much. You normally hear from like a designer, but it's something obviously as part of a design agency, which every designer I think should have a bit of knowledge on. Another speaker was Andrew Dobby, who is part of Made Brave, and again, really interesting to hear a little bit more insight into Made Brave and how they work and what their methods of their madness is. And it just made me really love the company even more after spending the day working with two of the people from Made Brave and then hearing from a third member. It was really interesting, just getting a lot more insight into that company. Tuesday, we went back to the college to continue the project, feeling so drained. I walked in and I was like, right, today is the day I have to produce something. I have to come up with something. There's people around my group that were like cutting and sticking in bits of paper or drawing things, and I was just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh God. By 11 o'clock, I was like, fuck it, I'm filming. Film is my thing. I'm gonna film because I want something that's gonna make me stand out, be different from everyone else here, hopefully win the goddamn award. And two, I just know that film is gonna work for this. Like, I kept thinking about going to film, and I was like, I should try out something out of my comfort zone. I should try push myself somewhere else. But I still did do that within film. It was more that I just didn't know how to necessarily answer the brief without doing it without film. Like, there was only one option for me, and it was film. So I kind of asked the question to everyone, what made them feel confident or comfortable? And when I asked comfortable, they kept kind of saying like bed and blanket, and I was like, yeah, that's not really what I'm aiming for. I really want confident. So I went around again asking people what made them feel confident when they walked into a room, because that's kind of the feeling I was trying to evoke, so that you can be at home wherever you are, so long as you've got this badass thing about you that makes you feel like you are going to own this room. And that was also a topic that came up at Nitty Gritty, was there wasn't enough confident females in design, and that's why they're not applying for the next job. So I really wanted to evoke people to feel confident about themselves at this festival, so that they could then take the courage to make the next step to become, the next graphic designer at this agency. Like, you need to be confident, I think, in this career. If you're shy and quiet, like, you're gonna hold back and not apply as much as you could. But if you're feeling confident, you could do anything, and you want to feel confident when you walk into a room, I think, full of designers, because one of them might hire you. I finished filming and editing it all together, and I made this slick little video that I'm really happy with, and by 3 o'clock it was all rendered and done. I just need to make my presentation. So I raced through my presentation. I made quite a simple black and white presentation with not much to it other than the video. I wanted the video to be the main focus. Rattled through the presentation, and then 4 o'clock is when, time's up. Judging's now going to start within our groups. We all had to present to each other now. There was, I think, 10 of us in the group. I can't be bothered counting. 10 to 12 students, and then our 2 mentors. And we all had to take our turn presenting. I went last, and I slightly regret this for the whole reason that by the time it got round to me, it was 5 minutes past 5. The volunteers had walked into the room and were like, guys, we need to go. And my mentors were like, nah, it's fine. We just have one more person. It's fine. On you go. And I was just like, you want me to present now with no time whatsoever? We're supposed to get 5 minutes each. We definitely overran. I was not feeling okay. Was not feeling confident. So I basically just whapped up my laptop, raced through my presentation, just kept hitting the button. I was like, yep, this is what I'm saying. Cool. This is how to feel confident. Played the video. It was 40 seconds long. Da 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 da. I was shaking. I was so nervous. I was like, oh no, I fucked this up, because I didn't really pause to think what my notes were. I didn't even look at my notes. I was like, cool, so confidence, key, let's go. And yeah. We then all got a little group photo, and it was very cute, and then had to rush down to the main foyer to go meet my friends and ask them how their day went. They then started announcing all the winners, and the way they did this is they would announce first the person who had won a placement but didn't need to present, and then 2, a person who had won the placement and also needed to present, because there was 2 winners from each group. Made Brave were the last group to be announced.
The last one, second place, who will receive a placement but don't need to present, is Katie.
And I won a placement. I don't know how. I'm super hyped about this because Made Brave are amazing. I've loved their work. I love following their work. As I said at the beginning of the vlog, really excited by what they do. So I'm very excited to go do a placement with them in the new year. This is the new year now. It's been like about 2 months, probably a month and a half since this all happened. So yeah, I need to, get my butt in gear and message the guys and, just let them know I still exist and I'm still very keen to do my placement. Exciting times. So yeah, after doing that placement, I was back into uni, working on stuff, and then the Christmas market came along. We decided to get a stall for that so we could, sell some of our work to raise money to go down to London this year. I can't say next year anymore. We're trying to raise money to go down for that. So I decided to make a little promo video of us setting up the market and the first night of it so that we could post all on our social medias to try and get traction as to get people in the door to the market. I think it went really well. We sold a fair few items. I did some card illustrations. So yeah, I don't really draw anymore, but I did these illustrations. I thought they were kind of cute. Use them as Christmas cards for some people, so feel special if you got one of them. I feel like sometimes I don't know how to help in terms of like illustrating things for a market, but if I can do the social media promotion for it, then that makes me feel like I'm more of use to the team and the group. So yeah, I felt good about the video I made. It was nice. So yeah, now having 2 successful kind of like video projects and working with Snap Digital, this is kind of the point I was like, cool, I'm doing video film thing for my main project at uni. Which is funny because I was rewatching some of my first semester vlogs, seeing what I was thinking back in September, and I was going to do tattoos. I don't really know how I was going to do tattoos, but here we are. We're now doing film, which I think is a lot more interesting. The only downside to doing film is for the interim show, I have to do an A2 portrait poster, so I can't really showcase film within that. So I'm going to use my photography that I've done alongside my film projects for that. So I've also been preparing for the interim show, which is in the end of January, so I've got a couple more weeks to get that sort of organised. But yeah, I was looking through all the photos I've taken with Hard Grind because I feel like they are like one of the pinnacle moments of my film career, really helping me out in that sense and teaching me a lot. Following that, also in December, I worked with Hard Grind again a couple more times, just filming more stuff because we are doing more video projects together. I'm doing barber showcase videos for each barber. It's going to be really fucking cool from what I've filmed so far. I borrowed one of the lenses from Callum Kelly, our Lone Store dude at uni, and the fucking shots with that lens, so good. So I'm excited to fully edit these videos and get them up to speed. It'll be interesting to see what they end up looking like. And I also filmed at Grey City as well in December, just a couple more clips of some of the guys tattooing in the new studio. Unfortunately, the people who I needed to get shots of didn't have people to tattoo because their clients cancelled on them, so I kind of just didn't have footage for them. So I think I might have to go back and film a third time at the studio, but that's okay. I did find some time off. Mark made sure we got to the Christmas market this year in Edinburgh, as we did last year. That was kind of the first vlog that I did to get back into vlogging again, so it was nice to go back to Edinburgh and film again and just have a nice little jolly old time with him. Unfortunately, I was an idiot and I forgot my camera for the actual Christmas market part, but Mark has a iPhone 11 and kindly filmed footage for me while we were there. It's important to try and slot in time off. I am not good at that. I've been working to the bitter end this year. Because it's the end of 2019 when I'm filming this, but it'll be 2020 when you're watching this, I kind of wanted to recap some of the key things that happened in 2019 for me, because it's been a fucking tremendous year for me in terms of growth as a designer and artist. Like, I feel like this is the year that I've learned so much, and it's incredible to see how far I've come, and I think it's important to reflect on that and to let people know that I am proud of my achievements. I'm not trying to like quash them or be big-headed about them. I'm admiring the fact that I've done this much, and that, you know, some people might not realize how much I do. some people think I might be insane with how much I do, and I think I am insane. I work way too hard, but that has evidently led to me being here at this point in time, and that is the best feeling ever. So working too hard has achieved a lot for me. It's okay. I'm okay with that. First off, the year started off with me working at Magica. Super hyped about getting my placement with them. I've continued to work with them since. It'll be coming up to a year since I started there, which is insane. February as well, I first met with Hardground Nathan. I had been to the shop a few times before to get my undercut done and also to buy some merch when they used to stock about and ship stuff. So yeah, working with Hardground started in early February, and the first shoot was I think April, so really it was interesting to just make that connection back then and see how far it's come now. April, I made my first documentary. It wasn't amazing, but I'm still proud of it. Really interested in trying to see how far I could take Lucid Thoughts. I did more marketing for it. I did new designs for it. I eventually did a market for it in June at Slains Castle. I moved flat and I got a proper job with the Magica. I was actually getting paid to do design work for the first time. It was very interesting, very cool. Loved it. I quit my part-time job at Boots because I really wanted to push my design work further. Like, the first time I've quit a part-time job to help further my art and my design was very hard and interesting because financially I was fucked, but at least I was spending more time on my art and my design and, you know, my film. Roll on to the end of the summer, I worked with Hardground again to produce our first video for Inspired Nights. The whole funny thing about it was that I filmed it without really telling Nathan that I was filming it, and then I gave him this video and he was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Wow. So yeah, when I presented him this video and he really loved it, I was so happy with it. I bought myself my new camera so I could finally film at full HD in 60 frames per second, which was, you know, a dent into my bank account, but worth it because this camera's done me heaps of good, so very happy with it. And then got more film jobs from the Hardground video. I got to work with Snap Digital, a dream come true. I've learned so much from them, and there will definitely be more coming up with them in the new year, which I am very, 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 very excited for. Then getting to go to GDFS and winning a placement with Made Brave, another really successful agency. Literally my year has just been a constant highs. Of course, I would be lying to myself and to everyone if I didn't say mental health did deteriorate over this time, but that's just something that, you know, you just kind of work alongside and try and maintain as best you can. I think for 2020 I am definitely going to take better care of myself in terms of my mental health and my physical health, because yes, working hard has got me this far, but it's also, you know, not been great on me. So I am going to be balancing the two a bit better and hopefully, you know, not having mental breakdowns. And 2019 has been amazing. I'm very excited for what 2020 brings. It's been a heck of a year. I've learned a lot, and I really hope to push my YouTube channel further because, you know, if I'm doing film, I need my fucking videos to look as fucking good. So yeah, we'll hopefully get some new style going on the go. I've got a lot of plans for 2020. Including a full-on rebrand, a relaunch of K Studio. Lucid Thoughts is still on the back burner. She's waiting for her comeback to come out. And of course my film portfolio is the priority, so definitely more film projects happening, a lot more behind the scenes vlogs. I'm excited for where this is gonna go, and I hope you guys are all ready to come along with me. I know this vlog has been super long, but there's a lot to talk about, so I hope you guys don't mind. So yeah, thank you guys so much for making 2019 as amazing as it has been. I can't wait for 2020, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Happy New Year, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.